height adjustment. Both of them use the bottom bracket. So hey guys, how you doing? In this video we're going to do a very quick comparison of TEIN Coilovers versus BR, specifically the TEIN Mono Sport coilovers versus the BC coilovers. So when I'm doing this comparison, I'm coming at it from the perspective of someone that uses their car regularly on track, i.e. I use my car on track, minimum twice a month. I drive the car to and from the circuit. Maybe I'll travel around Europe to go to my track days, so I take the track days seriously. And maybe I'll use the car on the road occasionally for pleasure, but it's not a daily driver by any stretch of the imagination. So that's the perspective I'm coming from when I'm scoring these coilovers against each other. So I'm just going to go through the main areas of the coilovers. I'm going to give points to each coilover, and at the end we're going to total it all up and we're going to see which is the winner. So first of all, top mounts. The TEIN Mono Sport has got adjustable top mounts, so does the BC so they both get 5 points for that. Top spring seat. Both of them have independent spring seats for the top of the springs, i.e. the springs are not mounted directly against the top mounts, so they both get 10 points for that. Spring types, they both use linear springs, none of this progressive nonsense, so they both get 5 points for that. For height adjustment, both of them use the bottom bracket, so when you adjust the ride height you don't compromise damper travel, so they both get 5 points for that. Damper type, the TEIN Mono Sport uses a monotube damper, which is great, so they get 5 points for that. The BC uses twin tube, nothing special about that, so they get 0 points. For damping adjustment, what adjustment the dampers have got, the TEIN, they only adjust for compression and rebound together, i.e. they only got one adjuster, and it adjusts the compression and the rebound at the same time, so they get 0 points for that. The BC on the other hand has got independent bump and rebound. You can adjust the bump and the rebound independently of one another, and in addition to that, the BC also uses remote reservoirs, so that's like extra oil handling capacity, so they're better when it's hot. With regards to brand recognition, look, this is a bit subjective, but I'd say the TEIN is probably a more respected brand than BC, so I'm going to give TEIN 10 points for that and BC 5 points. And with regards to upgradability, really this comes down to the spring sizes, i.e. are the springs specific to that kit, or can you swap out the springs, i.e. they've got a 60mm internal diameter and you can experiment with your own spring rates. And both of them just use a standard size of spring, so you can swap them out, you can do whatever you want, so they're both upgradable, so they both get 10 points for that. When we total all that together, we get a score of 50 points for TEIN and 55 points for BC. They're basically very similar, which is what you would expect because they're both very similar on price, but the big difference comes in the dampers. The BC have got more adjustability, and they've also got remote reservoirs. BC is the one that we choose. If you're going after tenths of a second, if you really want to dial in your car, then that is it's quite an essential adjustment to have on your coilovers. So that's the video, guys. As always, I hope you found it helpful. If you liked the video, please subscribe, look after yourself, and I'll see you again next time.